Hi everyone. So this video is about the trade that we took in Usdcad pair yesterday. So the trade logic was very simple. So if you're starting this from a monthly time frame, here you can see it clearly that this previous monthly candle has respected this before month's high and it has closed lower. So if you are considering this as per the candle chains logic, you can see it has a nice rejection from this high and also this FEG. So this indicates the price is in a bearish bias and it has more possibility for it to reach until this previous month low. So from monthly time frame onwards, we have fixed a bias as bearish. Okay, so now going to weekly, here it was somewhat more interesting. Here in weekly, if you're seeing this from the context of monthly time frame, here you can see this is the candle which poked or swept all these swing highs and followed by 2 weeks of consolidation and only the previous week has closed lower. So ideally, if you are considering this as weekly bearish OB means this will become a inside bar candle. But actually, this is the candle that took out all the liquidity which is present on the left hand side. Okay, so what we did was like we considered this as our weekly bearish OB and we marked it. So this is our weekly bearish OB and this is our actual key level. Okay, so what we did was like this is our weekly key level and if price apart from last videos or previous videos, from this video onwards, rather than jumping directly into the higher time frame key levels, we waited for one step more confirmation so that we get two benefits. First one is if you are entering directly with the higher time frame key level, then ideally you should keep your SL in the weekly invalidation zone, which is nothing but either this high or this high, which is too high. So if you're going for a weekly entry means ideally you should have placed our limit order here, and after getting triggered, you will be keeping your SL here. And if you're entering in weekly means either you need to target this previous month low, or ultimately you can target till this weekly swing low. So in anyhow, in both the cases, you'll be having or you'll be getting hardly a 1:1 RR. So this is the biggest disadvantage which we faced during our previous higher time frame entries. Anyhow, you can claim that okay, this high is highly protected. So what is the issue of placing our SL in this invalidation zones? Yes, I accepted that. That is completely agreed. But if price has disrespected this weekly K level and if it is in the motive of going higher means it is high chance of our SL being hit. So just like that, since we have placed our SL here or in these high invalidation zones, it doesn't guarantee that price will anyhow does not reach these levels. Okay, if the price or if the market's context has changed due to some reasons, then there is no point of waiting for the price until it is reaching here. So if its context has been changed means anyhow these highs will be the next targets and anyhow price will reach these levels. So it will be completely pointless rather than waiting for 1 or 2 weeks by keeping or by entering this and just aiming for 1:1 RR. So to eliminate this problem, what we did was like we just marked the higher time frame key level and rather than jumping directly as soon as price tapped into this weekly key level, we just waited what price is doing after tapping this higher time frame key level and we waited. Okay, so what we did was like, so as usual in our previous videos, I have outlined that time frame alignment. Okay, so if we are choosing weekly key level means we will be going for our CSD, right? Similarly, for if it is a daily key level, then we will be choosing for 1 hour CSD. Okay, so that is CSD entries. That CSD confirmation is nothing but it indicates the shift in momentum from one bias to next bias. So that is the case. But even when you are following that CSD entries, there is a high chance for manipulation and it will either take away or SL and it will go in our direction or it won't even retrace and it will go down directly. So again, if you are going for confirmation entries, if you are choosing CSD entry means it will be more of a aggressive kind of entry. Okay, so what we did was like myself and my colleague or my partner, what we did was like we analyzed all the trades and we found a sweet spot. It is nothing but as soon as price has tapped into this or higher time frame key level, we'll be waiting for one confirmation time frame bearish FEG. That is nothing but short term. So short term, I might have told this in our previous videos, but anyhow, I'm just telling it again. So short term is nothing but this is the key level, right? This is it could be any key level. It could be any OB or FEG. It could be any key level. So say for example, this is a weekly key level. Weekly key level. Say for example, this is an FEG. Okay. Now this is a bearish FEG, and the price is climbing it higher, and it is tapping into this weekly key level. Means this is weekly time frame. As soon as this higher time frame key level has been tapped, we just go. We just need to drop down to 4 hour time frame. So that is the time frame element which we follow for our entries, right? So since this is weekly key level, weekly bearish FEG, we need to go to 4 hour time frame and we need to see for confirmation. So that confirmation should be like, since this is 4 hour entry, we need to wait for an FEG to form in our direction. So ideally, this is bearish FEG. So we'll be planning for bearish entries. So rather than directly jumping into this weekly key level and keeping a very high SL and just capturing very low RR, we will be waiting for confirmation, that to calculate to sweet spotted confirmation. So here, rather than jumping as soon as 4 hour CSG has formed, we'll be waiting for 4 hour ST. ST is nothing but a 4 hour opposite FEG. So in this case, bearish FEG. 4 hour bearish FEG. If 4 hour bearish FEG has formed, that indicates the momentum has started in the bearish direction and we can conveniently jump into the trade. So this is the idea. So similarly, if it is a daily key level, means we'll be waiting for 1 hour ST. So previously, like in the past month videos, I might have narrated about 1 hour CSG videos, 1 hour CSG entries. From this video onwards, we'll be focusing on 1 hour ST. ST is nothing but short term, FEG in, FEG out. So this is our key level. So in 1 hour time frame, if we can see and so this is daily key level, means if price enters with bullish FEG, then it should exit this key level with bearish FEG. So similarly, in this case, if I just seeing it somewhat deeper, see here, this is the weekly time frame. We have marked this weekly bearish OB, right? Then if you're going to daily time frame, here it was more interesting. See here, inside this weekly bearish OB, I'll take out this one. Inside this weekly bearish OB, we have this daily CB as well. So this is nothing but nested PD array. So this is the bearish order flow leg which has formed from this high. So this is one leg from this high to this low. Ideally, this is our FEG and this is our swing high. After that, price has tapped into this FEG and it has formed the next leg. Okay, so here you can see this daily bearish FEG is overlapping with weekly bearish OB. So this is nothing but a huge hotspot for next bearish move to start. Okay, so just few minutes back, I told about ST entries, right? So similarly, in this weekly bearish OB, we have a daily FEG being nested with it. So our key level has daily FEG and weekly bearish OB. So as soon as price has entered into this daily FEG, as per the time frame alignment, we need to see for 1 hour ST. And with that, we have weekly bearish OB as well. So this is nothing but a huge accumulation of key levels or huge liquidity in this area. So as soon as price entered this, we can expect a massive rejection, and that is what we have seen here. Okay, so daily FEG, if you're going to 1 hour means, see here, this is the textbook example which I have told just now. See here, this is the FEG in. So the price entered with an FEG inside this daily FEG, and it has resisted from this weekly bearish OB, and we have an FEG out here. Okay, so this is nothing but a short term. So this bearish FEG in 1 hour time frame confirms that the bearish move has started, and since you know that either you or me or any retailer cannot form these kind of FEGs, even we retailers cannot move the price from one pip to another pip. Okay, so only the institutions or smart money can able to form FEGs in higher time frame. So forming an FEG in 1 hour or 4 hour daily is not a easy task. So if this FEG has formed means this indicates a huge chunk of liquidity is being injected in this area, and this confirms the next bearish momentum has started. So yeah, so this was the trade plan, this was the idea. So as soon as this 1 hour ST has confirmed, we immediately jumped into this and we kept our SL here. Okay, and we targeted till this previous month low. So see here, it was a nice trade. So since we waited for 1 hour confirmation and we since kept our SL to the swing high, not to the weekly invalidation zone. So if you are keeping your SL in a weekly invalidation zone means you will be keeping your SL to all the way up till this high. So see here, the order has drastically reduced. So if this key level is high probable, if it is efficient means either it should in any way it should not allow price to move deeper. So if this SL has been hit means anyhow it indicates that change in context of the price, and anyhow it will go in a periodical manner, and ultimately our SL will be taken out. Just because we have kept our SL to this swing high doesn't mean that it is safer. Okay, this is the one hard lesson we need to learn. So rather than keeping our SL here, rather than jumping directly into this weekly bearish OB, we just entered with a calculator approach and we kept our SL as soon as this 1 hour ST has formed. So yeah, this is the trade that we took in USDCAD, and it was a nice trade. It went to and directly hit our TP. We just kept our TP to this body candle, and it was a nice trade. We booked around 1 is to 3.1, 1 is to 3 rough trade. So yeah, and also you can see one more thing here. So as soon as this weekly bearish OB has tapped, you can see this weekly bearish OB has, sorry, 4 hour CSG has also confirmed. See, you can see this, it has formed minutely. So just zooming it further, you can see it is a minute confirmation. But yeah, inside this 4 hour bearish OB, we can see 1 hour ST has formed. So this is nothing but an array of confirmations which are occurring in our high probability key level. So this is like sure shot recipe for TP or high probability. TP or SL, that is not in our control. Only you can categorize an entry into high probability or low probability. So this setup falls into a high probability category. So yeah, I will show the image. So this is the trade that we took in our 25K account. And yeah, this is the profit we booked in this account. And yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you.